Welcome to episode 174 of Meeple to Meeple. Thanks for joining, guys. We're all family. In this community, all gamers aren't just our friends, they're our family. And today I am joined by a man who has more cardboard cousins than all of us combined. He brings the kind of energy that reminds us why this hobby is so much fun in the first place. And we're all his family. Whether he's sharing his hot takes, unboxing new games, or just celebrating the joy of getting people around the table with a voice that is smooth as butter, he has a way of making the hobby feel welcoming and real. And he reminds us that we are indeed all cardboard cousins. Today, I'm joined by Ronald Smith, the board game bruh himself. Bruh, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I am present. I am here. I am dry because, it's raining like crazy down here in Houston. So I am here. I'm present.
And we're glad. I really appreciate you joining me and taking time out of your day and
I
manipulating
appreciate
your schedule and dominating.
I, appre- I appre-
So I've been watching you on TikTok for a while, and I think that's where you got your start. And then I was like, I gotta get him on the show.
yeah.
I was like, I don't even know if you know about me or the podcast, but I'm gonna invite you on anyway. And so
I
here
like
you
talking.
are. Here
I am
you
here. I'm
are.
present. I am
We're
here.
gonna
I'm present.
we're gonna do that. Let me start with the first question I ask everybody. What was the first board game you played as a kid?
Board game that I played as a kid.
Yeah.
Wow. Between the Monopolies and the Uno,
Yeah.
it's either one of them. It's either one
Yeah.
of them. I would say most so memories sake it would be Monopoly. Who doesn't like playing Monopoly? I don't like playing Monopoly anymore, but of course that is a good welcoming game. So yeah, it would just be Monopoly. I would say Monopoly because me and my family used to play it a bunch.
Yeah.
Teach you how to count money and cry if you're not
Uh,
being careful with hotels and
yeah.
taxes and everything like that. So I would say Monopoly would have been the very, very first one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think my first memory was
hmm
Candyland. That was my first ever.
Okay.
And I think I had one guest mention that before. I can't remember. But
I
somebody
don't
will post in the comments, oh, it was so and so in this episode. They do that all the time.
try to
But
check you, but this is your show. Don't
yeah,
do that, guys. Do not do that. Don't check the host. You can get booted out that way. You
I
get
know,
banned.
right? Yep.
Don't do
But yeah,
that.
I remember playing Candyland before getting to Monopoly.
hmm
I think the problem with Monopoly, or the problem with all the games as a kid, is like I didn't have a lot of friends as a
hmm
kid, so I had to play multiplayer games solo. That's a lot of
hmm
fun.
Well, you're above the wave.
I am,
Everything is solo now. So,
right?
well, I'm almost
Everything.
almost everything. But they're leaning into that, which is
It's
good.
true. It's true. So let's get into the modern board game hobby. What was the
hmm
first game that got you into the modern hobby?
Shout out to the people at Doomlings. Doomlings, they were the first ones that I really started playing. That was outside of the norm, outside of
Yeah.
like the taboos and the Unos and things like that. Doomlings was the first one that I got. I just wanted something not too difficult but
Right.
welcoming, and got it, played it on all the sets. I got Hollow Force galore. I got a big box full of stuff, full of cards.
Yeah.
They are all sleeved up because I don't play that. They have player mats and everything. So you might as well put a Doomless tattoo right here on my neck or something like that.
Yeah. Yep. That's what it sounds like. So how did you find Doomlings? Was it random on a shelf at a game store at Walmart? How did you get into Doomlings coming off of being a non-gamer for
So
so long?
your phone has a secret FBI agent that tracks all your stuff.
That's
so
that is true. That
so
is
when I was
true.
so when I was looking up I was just looking up random games and everything, and the algorithm forced it, and I seen it on Facebook, and I was like, "What is this game with all these colors?" And I was like, let me click on this," and then of course I had to look at a tutorial. They had a tutorial online. YouTube is my best friend, and when I seen that, I said, "I can play that." I think that'd be something easy that I can kind of lean into a little bit, and then
Yep.
from there it just went right on up. I wouldn't say is it a modern game?
Oh
Yeah, I
yes.
would say yeah,
Oh
it's a new
yeah.
wave. Yeah, it's a new wave of gaming.
Yes.
I would put it.
Absolutely. So, okay, so I have a confession to make. I have never played Doomlings. Okay. I'm gonna let I'm gonna let
My word. Let's give my man a pack
yeah.
of cards or something. My
No,
goodness.
I haven't played it. So other than the artwork, because I mean I know what the cards look like,
Hmm.
and obviously the artwork, the colors. You just said it
Yes.
yourself. The colors grabbed you, and you're like, "What are all
Yeah.
these colors?
Hmm.
What is it about Doomlings that has kept you?"
Because they always come out with new cards. They come out
Oh,
with new cards with new abilities. Like each of the
okay.
expansions have a different type of new mechanism. Whether it can be like the treasure deck, and then they introduce the suppress cards, and it's just a whole bunch of different stuff. They have dual color cards. They have in-game scoring and stuff. They have potions and shells now. It is so many. Oh, it's so much that they put into the game, which keeps it refreshing and keeps you coming
Right.
back. Because you throw a few cards in there and you have them in your hand, and you're looking at them, and you're like, that's new.
Hmm.
Let's play that. So that's why I keep coming back to Doom. They have some stuff coming out soon that
They do.
I can't speak
They
about,
do.
but I know they have some stuff coming out soon. So I'm gonna
They
adjust.
do.
But it is coming.
I'm working with their team to somebody's coming on the show. I just don't know who it is yet because we're trying to work out their schedules.
Hmm.
They're really trying to work out their schedules because let's be
Hmm.
honest, they're
Yeah.
busy. I'm not.
I'm not busy at all. We just work.
No.
We just work. We just gotta
Yeah.
work.
That's it. That's it. So
Mhm.
we've been trying to figure that out for months as to work it out. We were trying to do it before the launch of the new stuff that Ronald
Mhm.
can't talk about yet. I don't even know what the new stuff is. All I know is there's new stuff,
Yes, new stuff
right?
coming down the pipeline for sure.
And here's the really interesting thing. So when I think it's Jess
Yes.
Davenport,
Yes,
yeah,
that is. Yep.
she's
Yep. Yep.
gonna watch this episode and she's gonna regret this. She reached out to me. She's like, "We've got this new product coming down, and we want to get on your show." That
Mhm.
don't happen very often that people reach out to me, so I felt pretty good about it.
Mhm.
But now I'm making all these confessions. Jess, I've never played your game. I'm sorry.
Just knows me. Just she sends me dear. Just help PJ out. Get on the show.
Help,
Help my
help.
man out. Get the cards. Put the hollow foils in his face. He has never touched or played the game. This is your opportunity. Trust
Yep.
me, he's gonna
Yeah.
love it. It's
Yeah.
family friendly. Everybody can play Doom. If you can read, you can
That's it.
play the card.
So is it language independent or is there text on every card?
It's text on every card.
Okay. All
On
right.
every card. It literally tells you the card what the card can do. If you can read,
Okay.
you can play the
Right.
game. I
Right.
promise you.
How does it compare to other card games? I'm thinking about Unstable Unicorns and I'm thinking about Magic the Gathering.
I would put it closer to Unstable Unicorns. I've never played Unstable Unicorn. I know what it
Okay.
is because it's the
Yeah.
same folks from Exploding Kittens, I
Yes.
believe. So I would lean it more so towards that. I wouldn't say it's Magic the Gathering. Fun
Yeah.
fact, I've never played Magic the Gathering. Please, people out here, do not kill me. Do not chop my head off. I know it's very intense. I know a lot of people play it.
Yeah.
I think that's out of my realm of playing card games. My fair share. I'm not going to build my deck out. I can't control my mana.
Mm-mm.
It's not for me. But again, back to your question, I would say it would lean more so towards the Unstable Unicorn
Okay.
universe, everything. Like Here to Slay, almost. I don't know if anybody
Right.
played Here to Slay. It's
Okay.
the same realm of
Right.
cards.
Okay. Yeah. Doomlings is just, I'm sure you know, yeah, of course you know this. There's just so many games, right?
Yes, yes.
And trying to get it all to the table. And how many times well, I know that you're going to Gen Con for the first time this year.
Yes, everybody
So,
make sure you talk to me, please. I'm gonna have shirts. I'm 6'6". I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to stand out in front of the crowd. Please do not be scared of me. I am very friendly. I want to meet everybody I talk to on TikTok,
yep.
Instagram, Blue Sky. I want to talk to everybody.
Yes.
Please, please approach me. I'm not scary. I want to take pictures with everybody.
I love it. That's awesome. Yes. So I was thinking about just coming back from Geekway to the West in St. Louis last week.
Hmm.
And this conversation comes up all the time. There's just so many games out there. And I'm sure you're going to have these conversations at Gen Con as well. And it's like, not only is there so many games, right? It's
Hmm.
trying to find games that accommodate either your gameplay in your home. So, for
Hmm.
example, my wife and I, so obviously a lot of two-player is important, or you've got a family in your home, or your local game group that you meet with regularly, right? So you're
Hmm.
trying to tailor all of that. So I never got to Doomlings, and it
It's
wasn't for a
coming.
lack of desire.
It's coming. I promise you. You're talking right now. It's gonna pop up on your ads on your phone. You're gonna be scrolling.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna like, dang it, Ronald. Like, oh, why
Oh,
did
to
you
be
put it
like
on my spirit?
Doomlings everywheres. Yes. Yep. I know. I know. It's a real thing. So let's talk about when you stopped being Ronald and
Hmm.
became the board game bro. That's a big thing, right? Like you made this intentional decision to hop on social media. I believe TikTok was where you started,
Yeah.
and you started making board game content. So why'd you do it? And why'd you choose the name? And what was your process?
So originally it was R dot the board game, bro. So
Oh,
R dot Smith is my photography name. That's I don't know if people can see the stuff in the back, but that's my some of my photography work back there. That was
okay.
originally what my name was going to be, and I was just kind of like, nah, let me start switching it up because I want to separate the two because of course you have Ronald,
Right.
which is which is me, and then you have R dot, which is the photography side, and I just didn't want to combine the two anymore. So it took
Yeah.
a little bit for me to kind of switch because like if you go back because some of my earlier videos, you're gonna hear myself say art out a lot, and then sometimes I'll mess up and went interchangeable, and then now I'm just full on Ronald the boy game, bro.
Game bruh.
Yeah, and I just wanted to stand out because of course there's people who can't see that I'm African American. I don't know if that's shocking to anybody, but the space is so like it's so small for people that look like me, and I just want people to know around the world that
Yeah.
it is okay that hey, we are here. We can play games. We can collect cards. There's nothing wrong
Mhm.
with that. And I just want to just fill in the little void and little space and just become a representation of
Yeah,
gaming because gaming is for everybody. Everybody plays.
it is.
Everybody
Absolutely.
plays. And I
No.
just wanted to, show my face.
Yeah.
And here I am.
I am genuinely grateful that you brought it up, right?
Mhm.
Because I talk about diversity all the time and the importance of diversity, not just in the community, but in our
Mhm.
lives
Yes.
overall. And it's one thing to say it, it's another one to do it. And so trying to bring on and bring diverse faces to my show
Mhm.
and diverse voices. There's
Yeah.
still some demographics I haven't. It's not for it's if I haven't included you out there, I'm looking for you. So D,
He's coming. He's
hit me
coming.
up. It's trying to I don't know who's gay, who's lesbian, who's
Mhm.
trans. I don't know all of that, but I want all of you on the show. So,
Yes.
you know.
Yes. Keep your mind open because you never
Yep.
know the blessings that are gonna come down into your life by talking to
Yeah.
different people.
Yep.
Always move through life, be friendly, be
Yep.
kind, because that's what the world needs. Everybody's so angry
Mm.
now. Everybody's so hostile now.
Yes.
Just smile, shake hands, kumbaya,
Right.
play board games, and whoop
Right?
people butts in Doomlets,
Play Doomlings and everything would be aight.
and everything will be okay.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love it. I mean, there it is. That is the gospel right there. That is
Yeah.
the gospel truth. So, what is something that what is something that you've observed from non-gamers looking in when you talk that is a misunderstand that they misunderstand about us, about the
Mhm.
hobby, anything that you've noticed?
That we only play Uno and Monopoly.
Yeah.
That's the major thing, which is
Yep.
crazy. I hate that. I mean, you can't be mad, but I feel like I don't just play that.
I know.
But I would say that people would say that the stuff that I have is actually hard, but and it's really not. I think people
Mm-mm.
have a low attention span now because
Mm.
people want
Yeah.
that quick energy. So that's why we scroll on TikTok and
Yep.
Instagram, and we're doing
Yep.
that. We want the quick. We can't dedicate 10 minutes to learning something new because you
Right.
want everything in 30 seconds, which is not
Mm.
not always the case. Like back in
Yeah.
school, like if you wanted to write cursive, it took weeks back in elementary school. I know people don't know what cursive is anymore because
Yeah.
that to me is very strange. Very strange. I just found that out from some teacher friends. Like they were like, we don't teach cursive anymore, and I'm like, I don't get that. But anyway, but I want people just to, mostly they were like, hey, this will look too hard, but it's like you take your time to sit and listen and learn. You're going to activate those think chips in your mind, critical thinking,
Mhm.
and everything like that, and you're going to find a new game that you
Yeah.
enjoy a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just read a blog. I wish I could remember who wrote it. They were talking about introducing the hobby to new gamers and
Mhm,
how, oh, it was on Instagram. Somebody said 6 things you need to know about modern board games. Uh,
mhm.
and one of them was there's a game out there for everyone,
Yes,
right?
yes,
I mean, there's games about poop, there's games about pandemics, there's games about
yes,
trains, there's
yep.
games about pick a country, a historical setting, being a
Fish,
rock and roll star, fish.
dragon.
Yeah, I mean, there's bound to be something out there for you. And I was like, man, that is so true. I say it all the
Absolutely.
time, but when someone else says it, you're like, yes,
You gotta
you
try to
know?
try to pick a game for the people that,
Yeah,
that kinda lean into it, and of course, I do have my games that are, I would say, user friendly, like dice games.
yeah,
Who doesn't know how to play spot? You can roll
right.
spot. You just match these spots on the dice with these abilities. That is
Just
it.
match them.
You wanna
Just
reroll
match
your
them.
dice? Use this ball. That is it. That is it. That is the game. That is luck. Push your luck.
So if you're out in public, I'm interested in your opinion in what you do here. So somebody sees you, they find out, you play board games and they say, "Oh, you mean Monopoly?"
Mhm.
How do you answer that question?
I would say I do know how to play Monopoly, but I also know how to play this game called City, and I get to explain it on
Oh,
what City is, and I'm like, and I ask them like, what are some things you like? If they tell me that
mm,
they like fish or something, I have a game about fish.
there
Fin
you go.
span is one of my favorite spans out of all of the spans. I like it.
Okay.
That's a hot take. I know.
That
It's
is
a
a
very,
hot
very,
take.
very, very hot take. I did a video about that, but people were upset. I like fish.
Okay.
Birds scare me. Wingspan is fun. I love it. I like the dragon. I like
Yeah.
Wingspan, but I get to people like that. I try to, kind of link them into some of the stuff that I like and some of the
Yeah.
stuff that I have because I think I have a game for every
Yeah.
category.
Yeah.
Almost. I would say
I
almost.
I sometimes and I've done an entire episode on how to talk to non-gamers
Hmm.
about our hobby without using our jargon. That's
Hmm.
hard, right?
Yeah.
You start talking about worker placement and engine building, then they're like, you've lost them.
A tableau, something like that.
Yeah. But sometimes I fail because my gut reaction, right, is
Hmm.
like, oh, you play Monopoly? I'll tell you a quick story. I haven't shared this with anybody, not because it's any big secret or anything, but I've been open about the fact that I spent 2 weeks in the hospital at the end of last year.
Oh no.
I also have a tattoo from my favorite board game ever, so I get to talk about my favorite board game in this episode as well, Obsession. I've got a tattoo of the Cook Meeple from
Okay.
Obsession, and I had a guy. I guess it's transportation. It's the guys at the hospital that take you in a wheelchair
Hmm.
from your room to like the MRI or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's their
Hmm.
job. They run around
Hmm.
and just push people around. Younger kid, right? And he saw my tattoo, asked what it was about. I was like, oh, it's from a board game. And he goes, and he's like, you mean like Monopoly? I was like, well, this one's from a board game called Obsession. And I told him a little bit about it, and I lost him. I'm like, well, okay.
He was like, "Well,
Mhm.
what floor are we going to?
Yeah,
Wheeling
yeah,
you around?"
yeah. So that didn't work. You know, I kind of wish I'd have had a Dice Hospital tattoo so I could talk about Dice Hospital, be like, look, we
Yeah,
got it.
I heard that
But
was a good game. Do you have that?
I don't. I
I
don't.
heard ab
I have not. I haven't played it. Again,
I
another one I haven't
heard
played.
about it.
I heard it's
TJ, I
good.
don't think you probably need to take the Cajun gamer off of there and then put something else like, "I haven't played anything gamer."
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, all these games behind me, I've played them. I mean,
I'm messing with you because
I
I'm looking
know.
I'm looking in the back. I see some stuff that I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, yeah. So I've been at this podcast for 4 years now. May
Oh,
30th. May 30th. Well, I guess by the time y'all are listening to this, the anniversary will have already passed.
happy anniversary, grandma.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, and that's just podcasting. I'm in gaming since 2013,
Got you.
hardcore 2013. Before that,
Mhm.
it was just Catan, Munchkin from like 99 to
Mhm.
2013-ish. Ticket to Ride as well, but that was about it. Yeah, there's just so much out there. So much out there.
So
So okay, you decide that you play Doomlings, you've gotten the bug, you're in the family, and all of a
mhm.
sudden you have all these cardboard cousins you didn't even know about, right? So if you had to explain your board game personality using only board game mechanics, what would it be?
That is a funny, colorful question. I would say,
I worked
sorry that
really
my
hard on that question.
I see. Sorry, my dog is barking over here. If you have somebody coming up, but I would say worker placement because I like to be everywhere and gather things and
Huh?
do stuff. I would say I'll call my personality worker placement.
Okay. All right.
I would say that. I would say that. Maybe engine, little engine
Little
that
engine.
could little engine
Yeah.
building, little
Yeah.
judge,
Okay. I
maybe a
mean,
little trick taker.
oh, here we go. Here we go. See? Start piling them on.
Yeah, a little trick taker, but that's at my base worker placement.
Worker placement.
I love a meeple. I love sending people out doing
Oh,
collecting things and
yeah.
doing that. Kind of leans into
You
my project
you
management stuff, but
you cannot be the board game bruh without meeples,
hmm
right? By nature, bruh is a person. Therefore, you're gonna need a worker placement, right?
yeah,
Or
absolutely.
a bruh placement. How about that?
Bruh placement.
Yeah.
I mess
What
with it.
so what's been your most memorable game in the past year? That's just really you're like, oh my gosh, I can't get enough.
The past year, the
Yeah.
one that I played into the ground. Let me. Can I give three?
You know,
Just oh,
I'm gonna let you. Okay, all right. As long as you promise not to tell our friend Iris, Crimson Board Gamer, because she wanted to give two, and I told her she can only pick one. I'm
my
gonna
God.
I'm gonna let you have three, and then she'll be mad at me later
I'm
when
gonna
she
just do
listens to
one.
this.
I'm gonna do one. I don't want to get stoned over here, and she come back on here. Let's, and it'll be three faces, and she like, why you let him do that?
That's okay.
I would honestly would say SETI. I'm gonna always give high
Mm,
praises to SETI because
mhm.
that was one of the ones. I mean, doing research and doing trying to find a game because as I was
Yeah.
getting into the hobby, I'm stepping my game up. Like, let me try
Right.
something a
Right.
little bit more rules.
Yep.
When I got City out, I laid it on the table. I watched my tutorials. I read the book. I was like, I'm going to send this back because I do not understand it. I was like, I cannot do it. I watched tutorials. I was like, I just like this is not gonna. This is it's too much. Like I don't get it. But then I was like, you know what? I paid my money. I'm going to sit with this and I'm going to keep trying. And when I got it, I
Mhm.
got it.
Yeah.
It all started melting to
Mhm.
my brain and to my spirit and my soul. And I said, I love this game. Like it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But it's a bunch of icons managing your resources. If you know what this does, you know what this does. You know what this
Yeah.
space race is probably there. Once you see it a couple
Yep.
times, you already know what's going on. Especially with the expansion. I don't know if you got the
Oh,
expansion.
I
They
do.
added those new. Was it three? I think it's three or four. Is it three? I think it's three new races.
I think it's three
And
new races. Yeah.
yeah, added those new people, and it just like amazing game.
Mm.
Chef's kiss. Love it.
Oh,
10, 10,
so good.
10,
So
10,
good.
10, 10.
I'll make a recommendation. This is a recent one. We recently played, and by recent, I mean this past weekend at Geekway. We played Shackleton Base.
I want to play that
Look, you
so
need to
bad.
play that. You need to. It's it's good. It's
Yeah.
good, right? Meeple to Meeple approved.
Let me put it on my list. On my
Yeah,
list. Yeah.
it's really good. So I don't know if you've seen or if you're in the middle of watching For All Mankind on Apple Plus.
I know what it is. I know what that is though.
Yeah. For those of you who've not watched the show, this is amazing. So it's 1969. There's a bunch of opening scene, bunch of folks sitting at the bar. They're watching this rocket land on the moon, and
Mhm.
instead of Neil Armstrong, it's Russians. And
Oh.
the Soviet Union beats us to the moon by like a week. And
Mm.
then from there, the world that they create on the show deviates from ours, right? But
Okay.
And so it's all about the space race. And they build a base on the moon next to, and
Mhm.
they're mining in a crater, and the crater is Shackleton. It's Shackleton Base. Like this board game is straight out of the show,
Straight out of the thing,
and
yeah.
it is so good, right? So it would play really well with SETI, right? Because
Yeah,
SETI is
mhm.
all about exploring the solar system. Shackleton Base is about working on the Shackleton crater on the moon.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff about it. I think it's like
It's
when you put your meeples on 2 different sides, like it triggers the path or something like that. Am I making that up?
yes,
Yeah,
yeah. So
I've seen it.
yep. Yeah, you've got multiple corporations, so there's a lot of variation and
Mhm,
replayability. Each corporation's different.
mhm,
And the little wooden astronauts that you see are like workers who are working for you,
mhm,
but they have specialties. I think it's red, yellow, and blue are the meeple colors.
mhm,
So you put them on one end of the board and they activate the whole row, each hex where a base has been constructed, and it'll activate.
mhm.
But they activate those hexes differently in 3 different
Yeah,
ways.
mhm,
And so it fuels your engine because it's worker placement and
placement.
it's engine building. Is there Tableau? There's a little bit of Tableau, not really much though. Minimal Tableau building.
Some resource
Uh,
management, I'm sure.
oh yeah. Yeah, because you're managing steel, and they call it rare earth minerals, even though it's
Mhm,
the moon. So we
mhm,
call them rare minerals
mhm.
just because it's not earth. So those are your two primary resources. So that game is right up your alley, sir.
Don't have me spending. Let me put it in my cart right now because well, my pull plug on it.
Yeah, take your time. That way, everyone else has a moment to get online, go to Amazon or wherever you want. And
Amazon.com,
yep,
or
yep,
you can go to asmodee.com.
you can do that,
Those are my people too.
or you can go to Miniature Market
Yes,
or
game
Game
nerds.
Night. Game Nerds. Game Nerds is good.
Shout out to Game. Can we just give a round of applause to GameNerds.com? They are
Yeah,
they let me give a round of applause to them because I'm over here. They ship in like 2 days. They're like Amazon. I get packages on Sundays from them.
yes,
Bravo to GameNerds.com.
bravo.
If I ever get to Dallas, I'm coming in there with a wagon. I'm buying some stuff. Shout out to
Well,
them.
that's just straight up I-35 from you, right?
Yeah, 45 North.
So
Yeah,
45. Yeah, come on
44.
now.
Yeah, you
So
know.
yeah, well, right.
You know.
So so you're in the Houston area. Talk to me about, I mean, because Houston's huge, right?
Absolutely.
What is the board game community like around you?
Luckily, we have a wonderful Discord that
Yeah.
has different stuff throughout the week. They post if they're doing events, and there's multiple Facebook groups, and we have the meetup app. They have different stuff, but mostly they do everything throughout the week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And they kind of
Yeah.
bounce around and everything. If you're wanting to play a board game, it is not hard to find someone to link up with to
Right.
play a board game with in Houston, Texas. Like it is very, very simple. They make it easy.
Yeah.
Everybody's friendly. The ones that I meet, I go to if I want to go out and everything. I always make friends and all that type of stuff. I
Yeah.
get invited back, and yeah, it's always been it's a welcoming community. Like you can find someone to play with.
Good. I mean, the community here in Springfield's not as big, but surprisingly, there are a ton of gamers. It's Central Illinois is so different from Louisiana. Like,
Mhm,
man, it's like night and day. It is like
mhm,
night and day. So yeah, well, that's good. I love
yeah,
that. So you have managed to successfully build an online community around you, and it is built on, and if you'll allow me, it is truly, at least I can tell, is authentic and humorous. How important is it that you balance the two when you're creating your content?
yeah, man. I try to go in and not be fake. I try to talk as candid as possible, like how I'm talking to the camera. That's how I talk to my friends. Little jokes, but you're gonna get the meat of what I am trying to
Yeah.
saying with my humor. I call it dry humor. People think I'm funny. I don't think I'm funny, but
Right?
I I don't think I'm funny at all.
No.
But I just try to talk to folks and just talk to them like they my homies. Everybody
Yeah.
my cousins. I'm gonna talk to y'all like I talk to my people. I'm not gonna change my speech. I'm not gonna change how
Mm-mm.
drawn out my words are.
Yep.
I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. But I'm gonna say Houston like Houston. I'm gonna talk the way that I talk, and never change. I'm never
Yeah,
gonna be different
right.
from who I am. So,
Yeah. I'm the same way except for when I try to be funny.
it's not good.
No, it's not. I
Not
either
good.
say the wrong thing or I hurt somebody's feelings and I don't mean it. And I realize I did it when I did it. And it's like, well,
It's like that came out wrong.
yeah. Yeah. Because we're not
I get it.
funny, right? We ain't
That's not
funny.
funny.
I'm just being real with you. And then all of a sudden, oops.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. You
Yeah.
mad? And you can't say
I
you
know.
mad. You can't say you mad, bro, because they were like, yeah, I am mad.
Oh, yeah. So thanks for opening that wound.
Yeah. But I would say I have more friends than I do have enemies. So, well, I don't really have
Yes.
enemies. So
Yes.
people,
Yep.
people mess
That
with me.
is definitely true. I totally agree with that. So how about this? What's a game that you thought that you were absolutely gonna hate and you loved it?
It was a trick taker, and I'm gonna tell you exactly which one it is. Well, that's not really a trick taker. It was Scout. I didn't think I was gonna like Scout a lot, but
Okay.
Scout is 10-10 in this household. Once you get to understand it at a higher player count, best player
Mm-hmm.
at 3, 4, or 5 players.
Yep.
Scout is that card game. Like I was like, I'm like, why do I keep talking about this stupid little circus card game? Like I don't get this. And then when I played it, took a little bit because I was like, I don't understand like why I can't move my cards around. And I was like, because it
Mm-hmm.
makes sense because
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to beat the set with what
Mm-hmm.
you have, like totally, and you get that. You take people points, you get your points. Love, 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 love Scout. Love Scout.
I remember that moment when it came out. We were at Gen Con and demoing it, and you're like, "What you mean I can't move my cards? What you talking
Mhm.
about?" And it's like, oh, "Okay, okay,
Mhm. Oh,
okay."
I can scout from these two cards, and then I can turn my card around. If I have you telling me these 3 1s can beat
Yep.
a 2-2, I
Right.
got it. Like I
Yep.
got it.
Yep.
Like, I
Oh
got
yeah.
it.
And then after that, it clicked for my wife, and I never won
Yep.
another game again. So,
Yeah. Some
yeah,
people are really.
that's
I'm not good. I'm good at it, but I get very lucky. Like I get super lucky.
yeah, yeah. I think the biggest challenge, my wife rails about this a lot, is that Scout is such a small, compact game.
Hmm.
There's not a lot of physical content. The price point's kind of high for that tiny little game.
What is it like?
You
It's
know,
like $20, right?
that
It's like
that
20.
that's kind of high when you consider there are other games with more physical content that are like 14 and 12. I mean, there's some
Mm-hmm.
smaller travel games, but it's not for her, which is why we don't own a copy, but we played it multiple times and it's just like, I'm not good at it anyway, so I'm okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun. There's some games out there that I know I'm not gonna win, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk smack until I try to distract everybody at the table. I'm always gonna talk smack.
Yep. Hey, so speaking of talking smack, how about the flip side? What was a game that you thought you were absolutely gonna love, and when you played it, you were like, I hate this?
TJ,
Yes.
look at me. I gotta hide my face for the camera.
So if anybody's watching on YouTube, go to Spotify so you can't see Ronald's face for this part.
Block it out. Block it out. Block it out. Oh God, this is one that I got recently too. It's going. It's
Ooh.
it's
Oh,
gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be Molly's house. It's
uh,
gonna have to be Molly's house.
Molly's house.
It's going to have to be Molly's house. I was so excited to play that game, and it just fell super, super flat for me.
Mm,
Super, super flat. I'm very disappointed. Will I spin the block again? I might spin the block in the fall,
yeah.
but right now that baby is gonna collect dust until I feel like I need to try again. Very, very disappointed. A pretty game, pretty
Yeah.
game, pretty game. Love the cards and
Sure.
everything, but very upset about that purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? What was it? Was there one thing that you were like, no?
It was the scoring element. Like I just
Mm,
didn't like the main thing was doing the what do they call it? The festivity festival. It's festivity or festival, something like
yeah.
that. That
Yep.
whole throwing a queen card out there. Somebody can cut it with a joker. then this person gets this point, and you decide on what this does, and I was just like, "That's stupid." I'm like, "I don't like that."
Okay.
Me and my friends, I don't even think we got to finish the whole thing, but I can see why it could be I can see why somebody would like it, but me, I was
Right.
just not a fan of that one.
Well, just to make you feel more comfortable, I'll go ahead and I'll admit to a game I thought I was gonna love, but I hated, right? And if it
Mhm.
ever hits the table again, I'm walking out the room. That's how bad it is. That's Critter Kitchen. There's a hot take for you. Yeah,
I just did a video today
Critter Kitchen.
about Critter Kitchen. I just did a video today. What's going on, PJ? What's your thoughts? What
So
happened? What's going on?
so
Cardboard
okay, so
Alchemy do this stuff.
oh yeah, yeah, I know. So one of the biggest my biggest problem with not Cardboard Alchemy, but with Critter Kitchen, um, and I played like the super deluxe, so that made it worse because that was the problem. Way overproduced. And I understand that this is a business. Before anybody criticizes, I do understand designers, publishers have to make money. I understand that. But we're going to price ourselves out. This economy is not going to get any better, and we're going to price ourselves out of our hobby if we keep up with the metal this and the acrylic that and all. It was so overproduced. So I was expecting a very rich, vibrant game that had layers and that was going to challenge me intellectually. No, no. Put a dude, get a card, make a thing. Great,
Get some
cool.
bread.
Yeah, yeah. So, like Molly's house for you, Critter Kitchen fell really flat for me, right? I just and it wasn't and I love the marriage of theme and mechanics. I was just like, nope, I don't care. Is it cute? Is it beautiful? Yes. Are the components amazing? Absolutely. That's it. That's it. It's a game I would love to take pictures of, but I don't ever want to play. I know
I had a good time. I have a good time with
you
that one.
and everybody else, and I'm not passing judgment on anybody who loves this game, so don't
Mhm.
pass judgment on me. I'm not talking to
Mhm.
you, but I'm talking to them out there.
Mhm.
It's just, yeah, I was like, no, not at all. I don't know. I might play it. It's probably not in the top three. There are like three games that I absolutely, yeah, I've
You
been
wouldn't spend the
notorious
money.
for the game I absolutely hate most in all the world is Food Chain Magnate. And if I could, I would burn every copy. And I'm talking Damnatio Memoriae.
What's
Is the yeah,
what's going on with that? Why I keep hearing that's a good game. It's on my
yeah,
it's in my fan items on
yeah.
Board Game Geek, but you know,
So it seemed when I talk to people who played it, there's either two camps. They absolutely love it or they just have no opinion, right?
mhm.
My problem with that game is when I played it the one time, first of all, the game is ugly, but that's okay. It's
And it's
not
expensive too.
overproduced.
It's
It
expensive
is.
too.
Now I know there's a new one, but it's this expensive game and I have to follow a very precise path to victory because if I don't take this action or hire this employee first, everything else it's just super punishing and I like to explore
Mhm.
what board games can do, right?
Mhm.
But if I don't hire the restaurant manager, forget it, you're out. And then, or whatever. I can't even remember anymore. It was
Yeah,
just
no.
what I remember is the emotion and not what actually happened. Did
And
the
you don't
new
wanna
version fix that? I don't know.
and you don't wanna play games like that where it's like a
Mm-mm.
singular path to victory. Like I
Yep.
like a arching
Yep.
break. I love a game that has that score. You got 16 different ways to score some
Yes.
points in there.
Yes.
I love
Yes.
that.
That way, if something's not hitting for you,
Mhm.
so Dinosaur World, which we both love, there are different things for everyone. It's like I can tell a story in my head of this park and why these dinosaurs were made and why I could talk about that in my head and make up a little narrative that makes me happy and you could do the same thing and
Yeah.
we could
Mhm.
score differently. I really
Yeah.
like the multiple paths to victory and
Absolutely.
um yeah. So,
That's
there's
why I like City so much. That's why I like City so much because there's like you can focus on the computer or you can keep launching
mhm,
probes or do you want to keep floating through the galaxy? Do you want to focus
mhm,
on this alien? Do you want to focus on that alien?
yeah.
What do you want to do?
Yep.
It's so many that's why I like City so much. It's so many
I
different ways.
And you can because you can explore different I really love the
Yeah.
sending out of the signal and
Yes.
developing the pink area with all the little
Yeah.
tiles that upgrade.
Mhm.
That's my favorite.
Mhm.
But to be fair, I really wanna try, like, other strategies and
Yeah.
explore the different ways to play that game. I did an entire episode on SETI with Tara, from
Mhm.
Tara's Bad Luck Club, who doesn't live that far from you. She's in Austin, Texas.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
Austin. They're so
Yeah.
hilly. It's so hilly, and I love it. I love Austin.
I mean, Central Texas is pretty gorgeous. When you get in that
Absolutely.
transition, you get in that
Yes.
transition from desert to well, swamp, right? I mean, pretty much.
But
Yeah.
they have
Yeah.
lakes and stuff if you keep
They
going,
do.
like, north. Like, I
They do.
love lakes. Who don't like swimming in a lake?
Right? And lakes will score you points in alpine trails by last
Yeah.
night games. So, thus proving our point, this is a game for everybody.
Absolutely. Well, also in suburbia too, lakes get you points. Lakes
Yeah.
get you points.
Hey, you know what else they got in lakes? Fish.
Mhm.
Just to bring it
And
back.
bring it back with the fence man. You see how you link things together? And what do fish eat? Cheese. And what does fromage have? Cheese.
Cheese. My God. See, everybody, there's something out there for you, you know. How has board gaming changed the way that you connect with your friends and your family?
They love it. Like
Yeah.
when a game comes when I have game nights, it's one, I have to order food because that's the incentive for everybody.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
one, food is gonna be the thing. And then it allows people to actually sit in front of each other. There's not a lot of
Mhm.
phones, there's not a lot of texting. Everybody is just present and in the moment and talking smack to each other and figuring out this, calling people out, getting loud. It's just a good time. It's just a good bonding thing. It just kind of helps me disconnect with being on the internet because I work on the internet all day at work and
Right.
just being there and enjoying friends and creating those moments, keeping track of the score pad. I know you heard of the board game stat app. So
Oh, yeah.
my friends every time they're like, put me on the board. They already know because they want to know. They're like, hey, put me on the board. I already know I'm one of them. Put my score in there and everything. Put me on the dang board now.
Yes.
I know
Yep.
that's what you're doing. I
My
love it.
wife is the keeper of the board game stats app. Yeah, she keeps track of all that. So more power to her. Let her.
So your reference spell later, like, you didn't beat me
Uh-huh.
in this. I'm like, well, according to January 14th, I did beat you, and this is by how many points?
So when we lived in Louisiana, she used to beat me all the time. And so she used to beat me so often in games that when we moved here to Illinois and and we've been here 10 years now, I still tell the story. You got to watch out for Katie because she's gonna sneak up on you. She gonna win. And now she's got the stats to go, well, in 2012, you won more
Mm-hmm.
games. In
Yeah.
2013, I think she's like 3 years in a row where I just kind of winning all the games or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, well, but when we were in Louisiana,
Whoa. She was putting fire to that, fire to.
yeah, yeah. So, who is, if there is there a content creator or a personality in the hobby online that has been a real inspiration for you?
I like Zazu a lot. Well, we have a
Yeah.
whole little chat. Zazu is so cool. I love Chris Porter for Chris Couch Games. He has a new game coming out here soon. Who else do I like? Our family plays. I love them. Fun fact, I believe I can't think of the wife's name, but went to Prairie View. Like she
Oh,
went to the school that I graduated from, and then so she wrote because I did a video with my jersey on, and then she was like, I went to PV back in 1990. I was like, well, I was way later, but but they're pretty cool. But there's a lot of people that I look up to
yeah.
that's doing the thing, especially like some of the more friendlier ones. Again, Chris. Like as soon as I got on TikTok, I think he was one of the few people who had more followers than me, and
Mm.
he started talking to me, and then we got my boy Guy up in Chicago. I can't wait to meet him at Gen Con, and there's a lot of folks out here that make me smile. They do some cool stuff, and long as you are cool, you talk back to me, I'm gonna talk back to you, and I'm gonna always
Right.
forever do my praises. You make a post, you ain't got to say, "Hey guys, repost it." If I see it on my timeline, I'm gonna reshare it. I'm gonna share it to my
Yeah.
stories. Like, hey, put comments. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna push it out so you can get your due.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good group of people. Zazu is someone I have had minimal contact with. We just haven't
Mhm.
run in the same circles, and I'm hoping that I'll meet him at Origins next
I think he
month.
said he's gonna. I think he said
Yeah. I know that he's in an Origins media chat group on Instagram, and I see he's there, and I'm like, I'm hoping to introduce myself, and because
Mhm,
I'd love to get him on the show as well.
mhm.
But yeah, there's just a lot of great people. What about what's one piece of advice that you would give to someone who was interested in starting creating content more seriously, other than just I'm gonna take a picture? They want to do what you do.
Mhm.
What advice do you have for them to start out?
I would say try not to copy the flow of everybody who has a lot of followers because they have their own little judge for how they do everything. I would say also I would don't buy some expensive cameras. You don't you do not need that. Like you do not need that.
Mm-mm.
But you can do a lot of your content on your iPhone because it shoots in like 4K.
Yep.
That's all you need. You need it, that's all you need. But just be open. Try to learn CapCut. I had to learn CapCut. That again, I'm a photographer by trade. Video was not on my agenda at
Mhm.
all in my entire existence of life. I did not want to learn it, but now. I feel as though I'm kind of cool, decent at CapCut. I'm still learning some stuff. Still learning how to piece together some stuff, doing some zooming
Yeah.
in and all that stuff. I just figured out how to do that. You know, sometimes you see the people like they have the camera still and the slow zoom will come all the way up to the face. I just figured that out.
Oh,
I just figured that out like
I still
yesterday.
don't know how to do that.
I'm gonna tell you offline. I'm gonna tell you. I can't tell everybody my
Okay.
secret.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But no, I would just say take your time, just stay
Yeah,
open, reach out to people, try to make some connections because you never
yeah.
know who you're gonna meet or
That's
who you're
true.
gonna cross paths with and who's going to like somebody may send you a game or something like
Mhm.
that. Just keep your mind open and your
Yeah.
kindness to the forefront, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. I love that. That's great advice. I wanna go back to your first piece of advice, was try not to copy what everyone else is doing. I think about this a lot because you're not the first person to say that. How do you suggest to do that, right? Like, there is so many people out there. You're bound to do something that someone's already done
Mhm.
and then, get in trouble because I've seen some of that where content creator puts out a video and they're like, "Oh, you're just doing what the other guy did." It's like, "Well, no, I didn't know the other guy did it, but the other guy did do it," right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you manage that?
I would say nothing is original. Nothing is original no more.
It's true.
I got on TikTok way late. At first, I had TikTok just to watch like cooking videos and stuff, but now I'm in this space to where I'm doing this content creation, and yeah, of course, people gonna do unboxes. You can't do anything about that. Like people want to
Right.
show their game. People like the AS. They love to hear the crinkling of the paper.
Uh-huh.
People like that stuff. It's like I said, everything is you're gonna mimic somebody, even though you don't know that you're doing it. Just
Yeah.
make it your own and push through.
Mm.
I wish I was good. Like I wish I was good at skits. I'm not good at skits. I wish I was.
I
I
am
I wish I
terrible.
was. I'm trying to do better with the skits, but I tried that and that's not up
Yeah.
my alley. If I stick to what I know, like I have something rolling out soon called the board game Wars. I just did some
Mm.
videos earlier. It's like you talking about Critter Kitchen, like that's coming soon up. Look out every Tuesday and Thursday for the next 4 weeks.
All
There's
right.
content. There's content for you guys. It's coming.
Okay.
So I'm trying to switch up everything. And of course, try to get information from my TikTok chat. We talk about it. I try to pitch things to them first and say, hey, what would y'all look at something like this? And then
Yeah.
they'll give me honest feedback. Like, no, keep that on YouTube. This short form, don't do it over here. And I'm like, oh
Mhm.
well, y'all know better than what
Mhm.
I would know. Yeah,
That short form, less than 30 seconds, whew, man, that's a
I'm
lot of
not doing
work.
that. I ain't
That's a
doing that.
lot of work, yeah.
You're gonna get 2 minutes, 3 minutes out of me off top. I don't care what
Yep,
y'all say.
yep.
That's what you gonna get. You can fast forward it or however you want to do it, but you're gonna
Yeah,
get. I like to talk.
that's why I do this.
Yeah.
That is why I do this, right? That was a question that when Gareth and I started this podcast was like, how are we gonna be different from everybody else, right?
Hmm.
What's gonna set us apart? And, I think, that well, I'm there now. I think who knows? I don't know. Not enough people listen to the show, so,
We're
you know,
gonna get you out
we
there. It's gonna
yeah, I
be
gotta get that up. So that's the best piece of advice that if anybody wants to be a content creator, watch Meeple the Meeple.
yeah. Watch me some music. Watch the boy game, bro.
Yeah.
You go see what I do, because I'll
Well,
tell you, and I'm not gonna ever gatekeep. That is even with my
yes.
photography stuff, I
Yep.
do not gatekeep.
Yep.
Somebody taught me, and I can teach people.
Yes. Yep.
I'm not gonna.
All joking aside, this podcast, because I've had so many content creators on, and that's a question I ask all the time. If you're thinking about content creation, my show is actually a pretty good resource because you're going to hear all these different people's advice on, because I ask it, what's the one piece of advice? And so
Mhm.
you, I'm working on that diverse crowd of
Audience.
guests.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
so you're going to get a diverse group of answers. So
Mhm.
that's not a bad idea, but you know,
That's right.
but that feels self-aggrandizing, and I don't want to be that guy. So,
Yeah.
oh my God. Well, Ronald, thank you so much for taking time and joining me on the show. I'm really touched that you agreed to be on. So thank you so much.
Well, I appreciate you
Yeah,
for reaching out, and
absolutely.
I had a little time today. I try to talk to the people, talk to the
Yes.
the meeple to people.
So where can everybody find you on all your socials?
You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, and YouTube, all at the Boy Game Bruh, and
Oh,
Twitch as well too. Find me at the Boy Game Bruh. You will see my face. You will see my little logo. You will see the bald headed me. I'm not bald headed right now because I don't have a haircut, but normally I'm bald headed. But
yep.
you can find me on all socials at the Boy Game Bruh, and yeah,
All
that's where you
right.
can find me
So
at.
so there you go, guys. The board game bra himself, giving his time freely. You can find him. So check him out. His content is fantastic. And I'm serious. You got a voice smooth as butter, and I love it.
Man, everybody say that.
I know.
Originally, fun fact before we go. So
Okay.
in high school, I was about to go into audio engineering. That's what
Oh,
I wanted to
cool.
do, because I was like, maybe I can produce like records and everything.
Yeah.
But had I known podcasts were going to be a thing, I would have been at the forefront.
Mm,
I promise you.
that's amazing.
So
Yeah, I know. If I could go back, right?
you can go back in time. Follow your dream, kids. Follow your dreams.
Yes. Best advice you could ever get. So, guys, as always, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And in the comments, here's my question for you this week. I've been thinking a lot about Throwback Thursday, hashtag that's been going around for a long time in the board gaming community. I've been thinking about, most people usually talk about a classic game that's in their collection, something they played as a kid. But I'm an archivist and a historian, and I'm thinking about doing a series, Throwback Thursday, every Thursday, where I do a little quick video where I talk about the history of board games or a board game from the history. Let me know if that sounds good to you and you want to see more of that. I'm trying to get a feel if that's anything anyone's going to watch, because I don't want to waste your time and I certainly don't want to waste mine. So let me know in the comments below. As always, be kind to each other. And of course, let's play more games.